Happy holidays! This is Kris back in the kitchen. So today we are celebrating Steffen Thomas's German heritage. Steffen was born in 1906 in Fürth, Germany. Now at 14, he was apprenticed to a stonecutter. And at 17, he was accepted to the School of Applied Arts in Nuremberg, then entered the Academy of Fine Arts in Munich at 19. He established himself as a sculptor of note, was given a studio of his own, and awarded master at the age of, get this, 21. He came to the United States when he was 22 to follow his dream of becoming an artist in America. So, to celebrate his German heritage, today we are going to make a Stollen. Now, the first and foremost variety of Stollen is the Dresdner Christollen. Some historians date this back to like 1329. The recipe for the Stollen we're doing now is available at the Steffen Thomas website. So let's get started. We've sifted the flour into the mixing bowl here, and we are going to start adding a bunch of the other things here as well. We're going to add our yeast mixture that has been over there just bubbling. And then what we're going to do is put it in our stand mixer that has a dough hook, and then let it knead for about 7 to 8 minutes. If you find that it's still sticking to the sides, you can add flour a little bit at a time just to make sure that you're going to get a nice, well-formed dough. Look at this lovely frothy mixture here. We're going to put that in with the dry ingredients and give it a nice stir to combine everything. And then we'll get it on the stand mixer. It's doubled in size, looking good. So you'll find in the recipe that there are candied fruit peels and nuts that you will have soaked in rum. So when people think of fruitcake-like things, you're thinking of the things you see in the grocery store around the holiday that have those bright red and green things. That is not what we're talking about here. Homemade is the way to go. So what you're going to do is take your rum-soaked stuff and you're going to put it in on top of your dough. We're going to start incorporating that into it. If you have a larger KitchenAid, it probably is going to take care of this no problem. We had to divide it in two, otherwise we were going to have dough spinning all over the kitchen. So we run it out onto a floured surface, and then we're going to roll it out we're going to cut this into two. We're making 4 out of this recipe here. So we're going to roll each piece out into an oval that's going to be about a 1 inch thick. So here comes the fun part. This is where we actually stuff some almond paste into the middle of the Stollen. Now you can make your homemade almond paste. We just simply bought some marzipan. It can take a little less time if you've got the store-bought, but if you are a purist, absolutely make your own. So what you're going to do is roll the almond paste out into a log that's going to be the size of your oval, and you're going to gently press it down into the center of your dough. Now, the folding, this gets a little fun here. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold the left side of the dough over to cover the almond paste. And then you're going to fold the right side over the top of the left so that the edge of it sits just left of the middle of the Stollen. In other words, you don't fold the right all the way over to the left edge. So you're actually covering the almond paste, and you kind of pinch and tuck the top so that the almond paste is completely covered. At the bottom edge of your hand, you're going to take that, press down along the length of the Stollen down towards the right of the center. You're going to create like this divot. That is one of the characteristics of our Stollen, is that there's going to be a little kind of a hump in the middle of it. So then we're going to place the Stollen on a baking sheet and get it ready to rise again in the lightly warmed oven for about 40 minutes to about an hour. Here we go. Last thing you're going to do before you put it in that preheated 350 oven after it's risen that second time, if you have seen any raisins come to the surface, you might want to pick them out just because they're going to bake a little bit faster than the dough around it, and it would dry it out. So we're going to pop this in the oven. If you have not divvied it into 4, if you just did 2 like the recipe, it says about 30 to 40 minutes. Because we've had so much dough, we divvied it into 4. We're going to check it at 20. Once it's golden, we're good.